Hey fellow comrades, how you guys been doing? Welcome back to our newest Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. Ladies and gentlemen, today we got ourselves a match against Mr. Dittoe here. That's right, it's a human, but do not get fooled, for this is not a human being. This is a Dittoe disguised as a human being, so we are staring into the eyes of true evil. Let's go directly into it. Every story needs to have its hero. We're gonna lead with a Scyther, Hero of Time. Funnily enough, this is the name I used on Scyther back in the 4th generation, but he's gonna lead with Staraptor. I was gonna expect him to either lead with Greninja because I have a Scarf Staraptor, but he actually leads with the actual opposite. So knowing he's gonna fail of taking me down, I'm gonna put up the rocks. That's gonna be my first priority right now. Arcanine doesn't really appreciate, not to mention the Staraptor once he switches out is really not gonna appreciate any residual on the switch. So that's pretty great. Arcanine, of course, standing in here, I'm kind of fearing the Flamethrower, Flare Blitz at most. Slowking can probably take outside of his electric type moves, so I'm kind of fearing that. But luckily he actually shows me the Will-O-Wisp, which kind of indicates that he's probably defensive spread. Now fully aware that he's probably gonna expect me to either go for the Sahik or the Scald. Scald most likely he's gonna switch out to something that's truly immune to it because of his ability, not to mention that he is also immune to the likes of Sahik. Cacturne can most likely handle Slowking if I didn't go for the fire type move, sadly. He is paralyzed, but there is a Sword Dance, most likely a priority Sucker Punch coming my way, so I really couldn't afford to risk it. So I decided to switch out to Cobalion because in most cases Cobalion is a very good answer to the likes of Cacturne, especially if he's paralyzed. Not to mention that he's gonna outspeed the majority of times, if not all the times, because there's no Sticky Web, there's nothing. He didn't even bother going for the Sucker Punch because at the end of the day I would have only gotten my justified boost and it would have not done much, even with +2 involved. So he goes down, Arcanine comes in, it's gonna get the Intimidate, of course, just ordinary stuff. I'm gonna switch out again, and I know what you guys think right now. Well, Xenon, you already made the switch. Is it really this safe to be playing this game? You know, this obvious. And honestly, I feel like I'm not pressured. You know, I'm not pressured to make double switches. If anything, my opponent is pressured to make double switches. If you ask me, I feel like I have an upper hand right now. My opponent needs to make some double switches because that is somehow requirable. Sometimes, you know, you just gotta make some risky predictions, you just gotta make some risky turns, or else stuff are just gonna go easy downtown. So downtown to Chinatown, meeting the Greninja, no messing around. Unfortunately gets a crit and a burn, so that is an unlucky ninja right there. Maybe it's a Beverly Hills Ninja, I don't know. I love that movie, guys, you gotta go check it out, Beverly Hills Ninja. Rest in peace to the main actor of that one. He always made me laugh, but yeah, anyways, I managed to burn him. I don't even know how I should jump into that movie. I know Slowking can be a death at that point because Greninja is not really a threat. If anything, it's a scout bait because Scyther Scarf being it can easily outspeed and take him out. But Greninja is going to stay in, and that is going to manage to take him out. Now, fully aware that Nidoking will probably come in if I actually switch into Weezing. Being immune to one of his ground types and being resistant towards his poison, I can pretty much handle him one-on-one, or at least that is what I was thinking. But he takes this Fire Blast a little bit too well for my taste. That definitely took me by surprise. He took it really well. Unfortunately, he got the burn. So speaking of Greninja, and now the king is already burnt as well. The whole thing is in fire. It's just burning down ashes. But Tauros comes in. Hacks is just going downtown right now. It's everywhere. Everybody's infested with Hacks at this point. It's crazy. Arcanine is gonna come in after I took him out. Of course, he didn't really want to risk Earthquake was a possibility there as well, and Arcanine would not appreciate taking that any day soon. Extreme Speed, of course, taking me down. I was thinking he doesn't have it because he's a defensive spread, but he actually shows me that I was mistaken, and I'm going to switch out to Raikou again. This team I have is not meant to have long matches because to my walls, to my tank walls, however you want to call them, more like tanks. Well, Cobalion is more of a, yeah, it's more of a tank. The thing is that they both don't have real reliable recovery. Slowking has Regenerate, it doesn't have Slack Off, it's got T-Wave, 3 offensive moves, it's EV Train special attack, and Cobalion only has Recovery Leftovers. That's as far as it goes. So this team isn't made to have long matches, but it's a good team and I enjoy using it. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna use this, see how it goes. Staraptor unfortunately fell short of taking me down with a close combat. Being unstabbed makes all the difference in the world. It actually did a little bit more than I was expecting. This thing comes in, Sylveon, of course I go for the taunt because I want to shut it down from doing anything. I don't really have the arm head. I have the close combat hidden bar ice for those with Gliscors, and I switch out to Scyther. You may actually think, why did you switch out to Scyther? Because I want to test something. I actually got a Q-Charm, so you know, you cannot deny, you cannot really, you cannot be sad about, you know, hero time. Gotta find himself a princess, and he just falls in love into a Sylveon. It's only natural when you think about it. Sylveon is just a adorable thing. But Moonblast is gonna take me out, unfortunately. I was just seeing, you know, I was just testing how good a Fury Cutter can work, because Technician and Fury Cutter, I believe it's 60 base straight out the bat, and I was just surprised how little it's been doing. Maybe I'm just off on that, but Weezing can come in, outspeed it, and take him down. So that's gonna be the game for today, guys. It may not have been, you know, your over the top, a really close match, but I'm still working on those, so I just want to provide you guys as much content as I can. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, be sure to give a like, and again, thank you very much for your continued support. Until next time, take care, peace.